Welcome to Going Deeper with David Steele, the show that dives into the heart of environmental solutions while literally floating on the source, the ocean. In just a few short minutes, we'll meet with the entrepreneurs and game changers that are making a difference in people's lives through the products and services they provide. Get ready to unplug from the matrix of mediocrity and plug into nature as we discuss the solutions to many of today's biggest challenges. It's time to go deeper. Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day in La Jolla. I will take the camera out after and get some other photos, but it's absolutely amazing out here. Nice and glassy calm early in the morning. It's just before 9 a.m. I guess that's not that early. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to give a couple updates on a few things and tell a little bit of a story about Rancho De Los Ninos. And I am coming from a place of just such gratitude for our community. And I'm going to tell the story even though you may have heard it before. But I have a birthday coming up in 2 weeks. And 2 years ago, on my birthday, so just right about 2 years ago, I went to Rancho De Los Ninos, which is this incredible orphanage in Valle de Guadalupe, Baja, Mexico, maybe an hour and a half from the San Diego border. And I went with my son, and my whole car was filled with gifts and goods and things for the children just because I made a quick announcement that I was heading down south. And so I was really grateful for that. But I got to meet Jorge, and Jorge is the director of Rancho De Los Ninos. And Jorge grew up as an orphan in the orphanage, met his wife, who was also an orphan, and they're just such amazing people. When they became adults, so they lived their life as children, they went to school, went to college, got their degrees, and came back because they knew that the orphanage needed them. And so the two of them run the orphanage. They have their own children. And then, of course, all of the other children there. On average, there's about 90 children that live at that orphanage. Some of them have some disabilities, but they have anything from babies to adults. It's really just a place that's so needed and so beautiful. And I was talking to Jorge, and Jorge was telling me a story, and he was almost in tears. And the story was that there's a real challenge in Baja with teenage pregnancy.
It's really hard breaking for me to say no when I know the need, and they tell me their backgrounds. They'll call me and they will say, we have 2 babies, and mother runs, they are drug addict, and they just left. And we have it right now in the hospital, and we need a place to place them right now. And I would love to say, bring them right now. And it's so frustrating for me because I don't have a proper place.
And I don't know how much you know about what's going on at the border and in Tijuana and Baja in general, but there is no real government resources for anything. So if he can take the baby, it's really challenging. And they have 2 or 3 babies, but that's all that they can handle, both from staffing and facilities. And so my son took out my GoPro. I interviewed Jorge, and we created a GoFundMe to raise $150,000, because what you can do in Mexico for $150,000 is incredible. And we wanted to build a baby nursery, a place where we could really give these children their best chance, their best opportunity, really provide great education and those super critical, important first years. So anyway, we started 2 years ago. Oh my God, so much happened along the way. My dear friend being Bush threw 2 big Christmas gala, huge parties that benefited the GoFundMe and the orphanage. We had gifts for all of the children. My new and really close friend now, Harv, created a nonprofit called Do Something Now, a great name. And what his nonprofit does is donates bikes to underprivileged kids in South Africa. He lives here though. And And so he got involved, and through Harv, we brought, I believe, something like 10 bikes to the older kids at the orphanage so that they can get jobs further than just walking distance. Plus, a bike is like freedom. It's like one of the greatest things if you remember your first bike. Anyway, it was such a good experience that he's doing it for the other orphanages. So many of my friends helped out. My dear friend, Bill Boyce, not only donated to each one of our events and parties, but ended up introducing us to the last foundation that ended up putting in the money. And I'll tell you about that in a second. He had so much publicity and public relations. My dear friend Ray Drasden, who is one of the most incredible PR guys on the planet, could not have afforded him, donated his service and his time and got us on the news and got us exposure for the nonprofit we worked with, which was Corazon de Vida, which is another just amazing human that supports at least 10 orphanages in Baja. So anyway, sorry, I'm just excited. So anyway, there was, we got to the end and I had raised about $106,000 and we started to build the building. Where we're standing is the place where we would like to build a facility to have more infants.
Yes.
Right? And you have a unique perspective here in that you sort of grew up here.
I came here as an orphan when I was 12. I came from a family that it was with a lot of problems. So this place gave me everything. So it helped me through college. And now I'm here trying to give back a little bit what the orphanage gave me.
Every time I come here, this place seems like a family. You purposely design it that way.
Yes. The idea is so they can have this environment and they can belong to a family. They're not just a number. They're kids and they deserve respect. And I went and saw it just a few weeks ago, and it's huge. It's the biggest facility on this amazing orphanage. We can have 16 babies. We can also have their caregivers live there, and also room for their education. It's really just incredible. Anyway, we needed the rest of the money to finish the job. And back to my friend Bill Boyce, he introduced me to an amazing gentleman. They've chosen to remain as an anonymous gift, but they gifted us the other $46,000 that we needed to finish the orphanage. It's a family office from Mexico City, and so this year, in 2024, the orphanage will be up and accepting children, and it just feels so great. I don't have the words to say how good it feels. I don't really feel like I had a lot to do with it other than to raise my hand and say this needs to be done. It was our community that came forward in so many ways with so many people to just give back, and what a celebration, And by no means am I done. We're going to get the supplies for the baby nursery, and I am practicing my Spanish every day so I can spend more time going to Baja because I absolutely love it there. And I don't want to take a lot of time today. This is going to be a really short episode, but if you have things in your life that you just know are good, that just need to happen, just make it happen. Just do it. I didn't do anything other than raise my hand and have my son take out my GoPro, and so many people in our community came together, donated gifts for a silent auction. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Amar Harag, a dear friend who's been supporting Rancho De Los Ninos for, I don't know, maybe a decade. I'm not sure. But he threw a huge white party. He helps to support the baby nursery and that orphanage in general, and just an incredible human being. And my dear friend Andrew Saloni, he donated like this incredible, $10,000 plus gym set for the teenage kids. And just all of these good things have happened. And, when you do things like this, it's not
I'm not doing anything for me, just to see the community come together and give back and give so much to make these children's lives better. And, the challenges in Baja are real. 1 in 3 young girls becomes pregnant before 18. And, this isn't completely solving the problem, but this is the start of what happens. And hopefully the family office that helped us finish will see the great work we're doing here and help us build the next one and the next one and the next one. And, as I say this, I'm actually getting emotional just because I'm thinking about all the people that reached out and helped and just gave so much of their time and energy. And it just really feels good. And so I'm not going to name everybody that donated because I would be here all day, but just so appreciative and just so thankful. And if you get a chance, if you're in San Diego and you want to take a visit, reach out to me, contact me. We'll let you go out there and see it and meet the kids, and they're incredible. This orphanage is in the Valle de Guadalupe, which is the wine region of Baja, and it's absolutely beautiful there. This is a short episode, and I just wanted to say how much I appreciate you all and how much I appreciate everybody that gave so much to us. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Get outdoors, get outside, do something great. Thank you. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Going Deeper with David Steele. I hope you found inspiration and insight to fuel your passion for a better world. Remember, change starts with us, and together we can be the driving force for a brighter, more sustainable future. So until next week, keep your hearts open, your minds curious, and your actions aligned with the planet's well-being. Stay committed, stay conscious, and let's meet right back here next time for another deep dive into making a difference.